Inside Story Uganda. Real source of political updates.
Wait! I'm telling you, Bessie, I get a cousin, Calypso, never put
Agenda Colacha, Calypso.
Calypso. American wanted Calypso. Bessie, I get a cousin, Calypso, never put his take away you, Mabiam. But so covers in a Calypso. But what did it do?
Never seen Calema,
never Ngavazi, I get a cousin and a
policeman.
Calypso. I'm telling you.
Or summarizing, but Bitarakwate, PSU ministry, a public service.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm more informed by this.
They are risking.
Because I've given you the chronological events that this is a new trend. And when you see this new trend everywhere, why should the Bayimbi fail to erect it? Babira Musent. Yes. No. Why don't you allow these musicians? Baba sent but accountability. Museveni is demanding accountability everywhere. You spend much money on this. Where's the money? Pesa iko wapi? Nabani chitongole miya you know. Museveni cannot separate teachers. Museveni has never worked for this unity. Okay. But the thieves, the stomach warmers, those who have been stealing money, and in fact we should go ahead.
And do what?
Audit these people. Every teacher in Uganda contributes 1% to the teachers' union. Where is this money? How do they get it?
Okay. So, Bakao, Town clerk,
yes. Let me tell you. No, let me tell you. Nti, what does it happen? Nzendo wozanyo. If you force omuzanyo kusamba omupira, yecheba, never kuba goal. What will happen if these teachers decide to stage a passive resistance? Abana never go bekezo.
Nati mwagala badde kusomera.
Webadde tubasule ngati tusomesa. By the time you detect omwana wa nasala mudetectingira mu P7, and that's why Museveni is cheated. Museveni bamulimba mbwa enrollment ya senior ya P1 bwetuka mu P7 badropinga where are they? Bamubira wano. Sente zasasula kuli mwana nabagamba ebyo mbikola mu education buli mwana mu voucher ye.
So high-handedness na akola.
Anti tikyenkubulira nti the way you know the president, I worked for him for 14 years, and when I analyze him, this is a new idea and it is spread everywhere. Museveni has realized there are people who are using Ministry of Education to steal money and use it in their clandestine activities.
Really?
The 19 billion. Ngabayambisa union. Doctors union baje yambisa.
Hey, so ogamba waliwo abakulembeze ba UNATU.
Yes.
Aba collaborating n'abamu ku bantu mu Ministry of Education.
Okuba musente. Ti 19 billion ezali ezokugula radio and TV zafuluma. Tizina weziri. Recently 500 billion zafuluma to help schools. Where is it? UNATU wajiuliako. Omukazi president aba billion asatu. Billion 15 bazibba omukazi alikitere n'omwana we. Do you hear UNATU talking about it? So people have been siphoning money from government for their political activities. They are provoked Museveni. May I sympathize with teachers, arts teachers? These are victims. So audit them.
Yes, but we go with Chabino Mamita.
And then to me, both the teachers, both sides, the arts and the science, they are all crazy. Tetwina wo scientists kani Museveni guarantee to us nti after 10 years tunatwala kizongezi kumwezi
olwaba na science
nti do you think Museveni yeta akimanyi waliwo minister of technology waliwo ba minister baachi Museveni knows you know timwechi bakola obubi you argue ng'omukazi oli ne baabwe abeekuba gwe omusajja omukulu no babuuza nti abange mulwanira ki bulangiti ye empower la kiro Me I know. Me I know Museveni is filling the gaps. People have been stealing money from Ministry of Education, and I said it, that because the Ministry of Education is headed by the First Lady, ababira mubanji nyo, 19 billion, ezokuleta TV ne radio. Abo bazogerako aba trade union, 1% kubuli musomesa. Where is it? 15 billion. Zebaba omukazi ali Kitalia.
So bekweka mu ministry
okuba
buli omwajja kujja.
Yes. Kakati ya Museveni ngomu yekera. Era nabagambye nti you people, the people who would help you as the science teachers to say we are all teachers because of solidarity. So if you are married to two wives and one Kabeja accepts 2 Gomeses, ngori chafunye, then the man has divided you. Omukazi ono yali gambi oba muganda wange toyina sente zimugulira Gomesi 2 fena totuwa. But as long as the science teachers atina fa baganda tubagamba ti obugole sibumbejja, you are not bambejja, you are not producing. Museveni is using a buyekera tactic to destroy this union. Mwababade erupu holo, a conduit, mwababade babira sente oliseka mu politics.
So banaba united,
in my opinion,
teba misleading ze basomesa kubanga sawo yonna government yatugenda bagenda kufirwe
basoke babuze nti bobango yagala okufu omukazi abamugezi omusajja bwakugamba nti bwe nkujja ewabalo nkugulira motoka mubozi abeewo bagiina
already bolina
bolu bali yakibagana. There are times when you think in individualism like me I think in individualism. I don't listen to advice. What do I want to achieve? Gwe si kyoyagala. Kakati nkubuulira nti abasomesa abo basooke bannyonnyole nga naalupo waali bamukwatiddewo. That's Museveni. 30 billion Museveni ze yabawa zali distributed. Omukazi tali Kitalia. 5 billion Museveni ze yabawa mu State House ne zibula nga akola Minister wa Education ziruddawa. 2, how do you benefit from your trade union? Every teacher contributes. Omanyi kwa kibayita nti omusomesa afune emitwalo 5 million bamujjako sente meka. Yes.
Obukambu bwa government babadde bwetaagisa mu kiwandiiko kino.
Abo bonna bawulira bali mu biwandiiko ebyo.
Catherine Bitarakwate.
Yes. Nti era osanze ekiwandiiko kyekimu kati balwana ababba sente z'abayimbi. Ne bwe munaakola mutya abo basimanyi Lagadi. Nabuuza Lagadi. You were involved in border. Wasomako wakomako mu Pitu nembuuza Lagadi. What's the odd man out? A jita, a border, spare. What's the odd man out? What are you looking in the border? You were jita. Never knew Kavamuleta of a Josie, but Jafuga Kampala. And Jafuga Kampala, Lagadi. Afuga Kampala, Bumbira Musente. You have not understood me. I'm telling you, there was a subterfuge in the government that wanted to sponsor a presidential candidate, and they were using government resources, and I'm seeing the president closing those or filling those gaps. He directed Uganda Revenue Authority not to increase taxes but to ensure those who are not paying pay, and investigations must be backdated up to 10 years ago, because the money has been used for political clandestine activities. 2, I'm seeing it in education, where I have explained 19 billion, which was for TV and radio sets, was taken, allocated. Recent 500 billion for schools that had loans, but nowhere it was stated that these are the schools that had been cleared, which means the money went somewhere else. Then as I have explained, that from the time Alupo was Minister of Education, the president has not been talking about dividing the teachers, has been struggling to ensure that they get the increment without discrimination. But in my theory, because I'm a political scientist, these ones, the leaders of this trade union, have either been conduits or they were used. This applies to musicians. If musicians cannot elect, yes, anti kugamba chechimu babinyo buno bumasanyalaze bukakagombye obwo bwina we buva tubumanyi. How can a government interference enchete bajja kulonda? How can government reduce itself to music?
I'm coming there.
No. Mujisenyo. Musajja kwira kadi. Bajja kubaba kwaso.
Ne baluwa ya Minister Mongi batujjaawo kadono nyi but so yes, I never know jawanse kukulonda kwaba
accepted immigrants who are applying to Britain to be processed their papers. Instead of acquiring, and Rwanda has gone far, because we are told to have 70,000 rooms. But in addition to those people in Rwanda already there, Rwanda did not acquire other rooms, which means Rwanda is self-sustained. What has happened? Nti Rwanda yedde aba immigrants ne bateeka ewabo waayo. Ffe bwe baali baleeta wano Afghanistan, oyo omukazi kwoyogerako whom I don't respect. Ku BBC, our men are sharpening.
our men.
We lost business. Are we seeing Arab girls for the first time? Are Ugandan men raping Somalis? Oyo ewakagame oyo omukazi singa talina mutwe. Those are used. They are used. These are used. How can it's shameful a government of Uganda that came to restore democracy, that because somebody once we install a group yaba masanyalazi ne bunabwe obunabasente tujja basiba temubiddamu. Even if they clear you, don't go back for elections. Mukolewo ekya Bobi Wine ejjokuli abasajja bano abagala okuinstalingayo bakayanja who wants to install a puppet regime mu music mukibalekere. And why me, I have never asked the government for money. And let me tell you, ebisako tebiriyo. When I analyze, but me I write, you borrow kakati ngezo milioni emu gibasaba yabatunzi bawala jine bamukatalera bamanda milioni emu kolera kinga wagenda kuvayo 8 nenda bazijeye wange mukuba ne mutta nze nagano okubeera member wa SACCO mu State House sisobola ndindi wasati salary loan. But what happened bwe baba goba ne baba kanti muumule president nabawo bukadde 10 sente zebali bakimuleti ndi mu SACCO zali bukadde butano bafayo bubiri. Me I cannot go to those small things. I analyze.
Okay, on tutte nnyo njaga tuwunzike ku nsonga y'abasomesa Tamale.
Yes.
Kati stand off eriwe gwetia.
Yes.
Kubanga already nga bwe nkutekereza.
What these people Museveni kuriye
wano wendi nine baluwe
kudde. Tombuli ya basiru. Me I don't operate like that. I'm more informed than these people. I'm telling you, tombuli ya basiru bwabwe. What I'm telling you is that I've developed a theory that President Museveni has realized that much of government money is spent on calendar-saying work by some people in government. And I'm seeing him moving in to close those gaps by not allowing the Minister of Finance to increase taxes as directed. The effect is a bit at has moved very swiftly. And I realized Museveni is a how do they steal money from Minister of Education? Is it really embarrassing that the president now in play, not the Minister of Education? Where is Muyingo?
Minister Muyingo?
Yes, where is he?
He's quiet.
Anti mutamanyi. Faba tabuku mubitulekere. Faba tabuku. Fetwa tabuku mubitulekere. Mumusome butabo bwange somakano katika nkubuli omanye kikundeseza akatabo kano
nino budde ngenda kusoma masa
yes kati oyagala ki
ensonga ejaga tugirekawo
n'abayimbi abalya sente badduse masanyalaze ne boona okola otya document zonna masanyalaze ojja kukwatibwa ne banno era ke kaali kaleese ebyagundi kali tiimu gye kalimu tugimanyika amasanyalaze ako ne mukagombe omutwe gwe ye fashion yokedi and Museveni is looking for accountability tumukiddemu bwe babayita temuddayo nakaddi mulekere akaddi ne banne temuddayo mufominga ekyammwe temuddayo obujozi bw'abasajja bano buyitire ne mubba n'abayimbira embabba. What type of people are you? You still have the money. Ndababuuza, why do you care much? Some of you are generals. Why do you care about much about these musicians when you cannot contribute to the military band? Mwasoma nnyo mwasoma. You cannot contribute anything. Tell me a general who contributed something to the military band. Bazijewa Museveni kati abayina. Museveni abayina. Tuvola badduka balaga dino obujozi bwabwe. Temuddamu kulonda. Refuse.
Mulundi gwa kusatu.
Mukibalekere.
Bongezayo kulonda.
Abo bamasenya bajja kwatirwa. And they want to cover their footmarks. They stole money. Museveni is zeroing on them. Mujja kulaba masanyalaze ngadduka alinga kamiliyoni alina olubuto.
Okay. Nga tugenda katabu mwa Tamale. Tetusobola kugenda katabo nga sifunye comment yo ku bibadde bitambula amawulire ono genna ogalaba Daily Monitor gwakubye omutwe nga galaga nti President Museveni Jokusanda actually ndi confirming nti yasinkanye ba
that's rubbish
naye nga Daily Monitor emaze okufulumya omuntu wano
Sunday Monitor yabadde mukati
okugamba nti
tambuli basajja
UPDF placed on higher
line
class 1.
Let me tell you Museveni has handled human rights kati bwe balimu aba monitor waliwo ekisajja omanyifu abasiru omuntu asinga obusiru mu Buganda tumuyita mufungula ndiga tuyina ekiwenengenekwa tuyina ekimpeneggu tuyina omuzole tuyina wakatwebungu ye byabasiru naye asinga obusiru tumuyita mufungula ndiga mwero tumuyita mufungula ndiga tasobola okukebera nti endiga nsajja obanka zamala John Kachikira yebuuza n'okwebuuza naye endiga eno ennume egirinnya etya kuba ekikira ekyayo kinene tubayita bafungula ndiga ekisajja kya Monitor yesinga katuni wa Monitor mufungula ndiga
lwaki usajja
ekisajja kyakubye katuni eggulo musande Monitor mugende mukebere nekigamba nti nga Museveni ali Rwanda nekigamba mbu Abanyarwanda ekyabaleese okumwaniriza atambula n'amakuti ya gasente. If you are married to a Monitor cartoonist, learn it from today. Is a mufungula ndiga. The highest title medal Muganda gives the most stupid person is a mufungula ndiga. Why do we call them bafungula ndiga? Because of mufungula ndiga wonders how a ndiga with this type of chikira bachirinyira batya ekisajja kya Monitor kifungula ndiga chakubya katuni nekiteka mu Museveni mbwa they are hearing that he moves with the money yakubya mafalanga. You man, you a woman who is married to this cartoonist of Monitor, you are married to Mufungula Ndiga. The highest title given to the most stupid person in Buganda. A medal is a the cartoonist of Monitor is a Mufungula Ndiga. Gali wa mugaleti. Leta sana.
Wakatuni muleke.
Leta chakubye. Nekigamba. Museveni bamwanirize Rwanda. Atambula n'amakuti yagaze. Oli yowe kifungula ndiga. Yowe children abafu children omufungula ndiga. The highest medal we give to the most stupid person in Buganda is called omufungula ndiga. Why do we call it omufungula ndiga? Omufungula ndiga wonders. Tina yendi kene inechikira ekinene bakirinyira batya lavu weja chewanika nga tipe yo musenyu Rwanda tambula na yakasente. Man, any woman who is married to the cartoonist of Monitor, you are married to a mufungula ndiga.
Okay.
Your children children of the mufungula the highest medal.
So Wakanya
Muganda gives to the most stupid person in Buganda is called your mufungula ndiga. Omuumba tuti ye namba 2 omuwumba tutu omufungula ndika yasinga obusiru ne kuddako omuwumba tutu twawulira Gondi ng'ayimba nti omuwumba tutu ndi abawumba tutu ono Gondi anti yamanyi Oluganda ono Gondi president ono Gondi gwe yawoobwa Ssekabaka Walukagga gwe uliriza oluyimba lwo mulimu nti omuwumba tutu tuyina omuwumba tutu tuyina omufungula ndiga tuyina ekimpeneggu tuyina ekimpemempeme tuyina omuzoole bonna basiru kikatundu kya Moze kikatundu kya Monita kyo kifungula ndiga kifungula ndiga kyagambye kitya okiraba nga yebagadde nte Museveni yebagadde nte nga kigamba kyagamba yagenze n'amafalanga agagabira abantu if you are married to a Monita cartoonist, you are married to a mufungula ndiga. If you are a son of a cartoonist in Monita, you are a son of a mufungula ndiga. Umufungula ndiga is the highest title we give to fools in among the Baganda. Aba mufungula ndiga yebuza. Ne yendige ne chikire je echi ne bagirinyira bati.